Hello and welcome back to Divergent Reactions. I'm really excited for today's video. This is Måneskin's brand new single, The Loneliest. It came out on YouTube about 4 days ago at the time of recording and it's had 3 million views already. So I'm really excited to hear this one. It's the first time on this channel, but I have seen Måneskin before. I'm a massive Eurovision fan and Zity Abroni was played on my speakers on repeat over and over and over last year. I was obsessed with it, much more than any of the other songs they did. So I'm really excited to hear what this song's all about. And yeah, I love everything about this band, so let's go. And if you're new, welcome on in. I do music, sports and culture reactions from all over the world, so please like and subscribe if that's your kind of thing as well, so you get all my updates. But let's go. I have no idea what to expect with this at all.
The saddest part of me, a part of me that will never be mine. It's obvious tonight is gonna be the loneliest. You're still the oxygen I breathe. I see your face when I close my eyes. It's torturous. Tonight is gonna be the loneliest. There's a few lines that I have wrote in case of death. That's what I want. That's what I want. Sad when I'll be gone. There's just one thing I hope you know. I love you so. 'Cause I don't even care about the time I've got left here. The only thing I know now is that I wanna spend it with you. Nobody else here. Tonight is gonna be the loneliest.
Right, just before it kicks in. So again, as I always say, if you want to hear the original uninterrupted, please go and watch it in the description below. Support the band. This is a reaction channel at the end of the day, so I'm here to give my analysis of feedback and first impressions and critique. And I'm already welling up. You don't even pick it up with the cameras, but this is beautiful. I love stuff like this. I love songs like this where it's kind of like a melancholic, happy, sad song at the same time, as I call it. It's like you've got the sort of embracing the love, you've got the concept of the afterlife and death, and when I'm gone, I want to spend my time with you, all that kind of stuff. It's done very tastefully. Sometimes this kind of thing can be incredibly cheesy and overproduced and overly romanticized. Let's put it that way. But I love some of the wording. I think the title is a crucial part as well. The Loneliest. I don't think I've ever heard of a title of a song deal with, from what I've seen of the story so far, address the concept of loneliness in grief so literally, I guess, figuratively, however you want to. Well, literally, wouldn't it? Let's get to this chorus because it sounds like it's going to be a big one. That's not what she said.
Nobody else here. Tonight is gonna be the loneliest. You'll be the saddest part of me, the part of me that will never be mine. It's obvious. Tonight is gonna be the loneliest. You'll feel the oxygen I breathe. I see your face when I close my eyes. It's torturous. Tonight is gonna be the loneliest. Sorry, I gotta go.
This is amazing.
You never miss me, give this song another go.
I like that. They give a song another go.
I just keep on thinking how you make me feel better, and all the crazy little things that we did together. In the end, it doesn't matter if tonight is gonna be the loneliest.
Wow. Just before this chorus kicks in, because you'll be able to hear it coming in. I don't know. I don't know if he must have had some vocal training going on behind the scenes, because he's got an incredible voice anyway, and his control's amazing. And you don't need anybody to say how much of an amazing singer he is already, because we all know that. But Damiano's voice sounds so much more controlled again on this. It's a whole different dynamic to his voice. he seems to have really dialed it back in the verse, and then even in the chorus, he sounds like he's putting more into the singing than the sort of. When I say shouting, I don't mean like a vocal fry scream kind of thing. I mean more in kind of like the emotional context of this song, that he's singing the pain rather than anguishing it, is probably the best way of describing it from an emotional context, because I'm not a technical singer. But it feels like as the listener, Damiano's singing through the pain rather than anguishing through the pain. It's more melancholic. It gives more of a sadness to it than an anger. And it's a really nice touch. When I say nice, I mean artistically nice. I don't mean a nice feeling. It's not a nice feeling. But I love the double meanings going on here as well, with loss and grief and all the rest of it. I think it's a brilliant song. It gives me, it gives me Paolo Nutini vibes, and Paolo Nutini, it's got a bit of Adele ballad in it, that kind of thing. I'm not a huge Adele fan, but I do love when Maneskin do ballads. They do them really well and incredibly well. But I do like Paolo Nutini, and his voice reminds me a lot of his on this, so it's great. That chord change as well. Oh, here we go. Solo. Wow. Oh my God. I've got to go. Oh my God. I was not expecting that solo. I mean, if you're new to the channel, I'm a guitarist, so I know that Thomas uses a Strat. That's a Squier Strat, but I know he uses a Fender Strat, I think. But that was incredible. He's either using an octave. I think he's using an octave pedal. Not a wah pedal, but like a octave. I think he's doing that to get the runs, the do kind of thing. But he's basically took a very simple guitar solo and thrown a load of the octave jumps in it, which I don't think I've ever heard anybody do so deliberately, in the sense of, normally on a solo like that you'd hear it on, I don't know, I'm thinking of like a classic example of this would be something like Killing in the Name of by Rage Against the Machine. That wee do 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 bit of the solo. But even that isn't really octave jumps, because he's going up to a different note. Whereas this feels like what he's doing is replacing notes with the octave pedal, so it's not even alternating. And he's using it to accentuate certain notes. I'm going to have to go back and listen to that solo. It's a really interesting guitar solo. I don't think I've ever heard a solo so simple and melodic, but done in that way before. And for that, it's brilliant. It's incredible. Yeah, what makes me think it's an octave pedal is that it sounds too clean. It doesn't sound like he's sliding up and down the strings. You're not getting that fret buzz and stuff. So I'm wondering if it is a pedal, but it's just incredible. Double pick. So good. Sounds like a cry. It sounds like the guitar. It literally sounds like a wail. It sounds like a crying scream. You know, that anguish of death. It's like, is that guitar sounds like, this is a horrible imagery, by the way, but if you've ever heard a grown man cry in a situation like this, it's quite a very unsettling cry. It sounds like that, and to get that out of a guitar, that kind of horror, that it's just not a nice sound. And that, but in terms of how poetic and melodic it is, that's a beautiful solo. It's very jarring. It's gonna take a few listens to really absorb that solo, because my ears are thinking, I'd rather hear that solo without the octave. My sort of instinctive melodic, as a songwriter, that's what I'm hearing. Because I have a solo that's kind of similar to this, actually, a ballad that is a little bit like this in my own repertoire, but I love what he's done with it. I love that octave. I love it. I do love that solo. I think it's incredible. Let's go back to the chorus anyway.
Be the saddest part of me, a part of me that will never be mine. So be it. Tonight is gonna be the loneliest.
Double track.
You'll be the saddest part of me, a part of me that will never be mine. It's obvious. Tonight is gonna be the loneliest. You're still the oxygen I breathe. I see your face when I close my eyes. It's torturous. Tonight is gonna be the loneliest.
What a song. That is amazing. That's amazing. I'd love to know. I know they write their own songs. I'd love to know if anybody else has songwriting credits on that song, because it's got vibes of like the Britpop lot on it. It's got that Ed Sheeran-y type vibe and Adele and all the rest of it. But either way, I mean, I know they're heavily influenced by British music anyway, like Arctic Monkeys and stuff. So what a song. What absolute banger. I'm glad I listened to that. Yeah. I hope you've enjoyed what I've contributed to it. Maybe it's hopefully a little bit different. And please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and watch another video. And let me know what else I should suggest in the comments. Let me know what else I should watch in the comments. Thank you so much.